What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks, alright? Let's get straight right into it. So you already know, man, the other night was obviously a big game. It was game 2 for the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks, their series in the conference semifinals, the second round. And obviously, this is supposed to be an elite series. It's supposed to be maybe even look like or feel like the conference finals in a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people did have Milwaukee beating the Nets, or, that they're going to push them to 7 and stuff like that. And all of these things that are just been capped this whole time with narratives like the Nets don't play defense and, the Nets can be stuffed. They don't have ball movement and, Harden is the MVP of the team and, and obviously, I like Harden, obviously, but it's just at the end of the day, it's not about who I like. It's about just the game first and everything else second. So when you say cap things and cap narratives, it's not about whether I like a player or not. Is what you're saying facts or is it cap? And a lot of it, that should be caps. You know what I'm saying? So again, you've seen them win 2 games now without Harden. Doesn't mean that they don't need Harden, but the way they make it seem like KD and Kyrie aren't these guys is just disrespectful at this point. You get what I'm saying? And you got to look at what transpires. And a lot of people won't notice it, but you'll notice it if you actually understand what I'm saying. When Harden isn't there, you get what I'm saying? They actually have more ball movement in terms of now they have more like Golden State type of movement that they normally use and that Nash really implements, and that they do random movement like that, and where everyone's ability and you have more ball movement and all of that type of stuff can be, fluid. And that's where, the reason why it's different like that, because yes, there's still ball movement with Harden, obviously, but you see a lot of ISO. Even though the Celtics did switch everything when Harden was there, the reason why they did that is because they rather that than the ball movement. So what happens is when you have Harden there and he's doing his screen at the top, so you have Kyrie and KD spotting up, and you have Harden doing his screen with the big, which would be either Blake or Clax. What happens is that big is sometimes forced to switch. So, if he doesn't switch, then obviously you have a lob threat, and then Harden will play make. But a lot of the times, what people do is they switch. That's what you saw the Celtics do. So when they switch that, they force Harden to ISO. So that's where that point and the initial point of the offense, you don't see a lot of ball movement because they're forcing Harden ISO, 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 ISO. But when it's with KD and Kyrie, their ability is completely different. So they can play off the ball. They set screens. They move. There's more fluidity and more ball movement. That's what you see in the last 2 games and why you've seen Joe Harris go off. Shamet be able to get shots and go off. Mike James, the list goes on. Blake as well, because, they have potent mobility and they could play with any type of skill set, as opposed to Harden is more the one-dimensional type of skill set he does in terms of the through the legs in his ISO series. So that's why you've seen obviously people are going to go back to the regular season when it comes to Harden and Kyrie and them, and and look at how they played and Harden, and all this type of stuff. Regular season, you already know Harden showed this blueprint even in Houston. He's always going to look like an MVP player, and is always going to kill in the regular season. But in the playoffs, KD and Kyrie's dynamic and their game is going to be heightened. In the half-court setting, you now see KD and Kyrie at an accelerated and more impact version, and they shine. That's what you see is they can get the ball, they can ISO, but because they actually have pull-up ability, man's double from the pull-up, so now you get Harris. You get these guys shots just even off the ISO, as opposed to Harden's ISO at 3. You're not going to double him from 3. You're only going to double him if he gets to the paint. You know what I'm saying? And there's times he might not get there. So it's different type of mobility and movement because, again, KD can set the screen and roll and screen and pop, come off pin downs, come off, flare screen. Same thing with Kyrie. He could do handoffs and pull up in the gaps if they don't switch. All these type of movements and abilities they have so they can, use it to their disposal in a fluid offense. And that's why you see more movement with Kyrie and KD as opposed to with Harden. If you know, and you'll see it as I show the clips, but this whole cap thing with this whole, Middleton, Drew, and Giannis, and oh my God, the shoot and all of this, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you and debunk how all of that shit is cap. You get what I'm saying? So let's go into the context, because I gave it that context. Let's go straight right into it, boy. People really thought that Milwaukee Bucks stuff in the regular season is the same come playoff time. Like I tried to tell y'all, man. Look how much Blake is sagging off. And look right here, KD's playing drop coverage off the Drew Holiday pick and roll. See, he has to pull up. He has to show with ability before I react to you. And then can you live by that? Can you live by Drew and Middleton shot creating, doing tough shots, spin fades, even though it's an elite take all day, every day? Can you? Can you live with that? And can you live with that versus the other two better versions of that versus Kyrie and KD. Can you? See right here, ability. See? Kyrie comes off the screen. And see, he reads right here. Obviously, it was going to be a double screen and a handoff, but see, he was going to hand off, but nope. He cuts right here and backdoors, fakes right here. You can throw it to me. Nope. Lopez is there. We don't want to throw it. So now we change what we do. Now you pass to Bruce. Now Kyrie's going to come off the screen. See, they have movement because mans have multiple options, multiple abilities. So he can pull off the gap, pull off the screen. So we do a handoff for him, and he can even pull up this gap right away. But now Giannis got to pick up. See, Giannis got to pick up. Look at the back screen for Harris and KD on the other side, on the weak side. So there's multiple actions going on. And then at the end of the day, in ISO, I might go psycho. You already know it ain't a typo. We get buckets. It don't matter. Buckets on a platter with the hezzy. Look like he blow by. Contest don't. Boom. Don't matter, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, this team's ability is too potent. It's too potent. They can do everything under the sun. What are we doing here? See? Bruh, gap, dig. And even then, Kyrie digged and he's like, bruh, that's not even a foul. It's 2 shots. On what? Huh? On what? Hands part of the ball, right? He's like, bruh. You see how sometimes they pick and choose when hands part of the ball, but okay, what are we doing here? You see right here? You got to kill in the gap. KD's playing drop coverage again. And then look, Kyrie with the poke. And they're digging, they're gapping, they're shrinking the floor. They're playing as a team unit defensively. Oh my God, Nets don't have defense. Cap. Look, you got to live off this. Blake sagging off you. We're going to live off Giannis killing you all day, every day. Giannis using ability? My goodness. Are you killing me? Are you kidding me? See, another sag. What are we doing? And then everyone drop, dig. See? And then you get back. That's They're acting like the shots they missed were just open shots. They're all contested. It's not like Middleton can't hit that, but it's contested. See? Contested. Great defense. At some point, you have to say, okay, it was great defense. They're playing great defense. My goodness. And see what I mean? He could pull in the gap. Even though he missed that, the ability is there. All-road ability. That's why they get open shots versus these guys living. Look. Boom. See? Like, that's a great pass fake. Great pull-up in the gap in the midi. But can you live with that? With Drew doing that and Middleton doing that and comparable to Kyrie and KD? Can you live with that? That's what it's going to come down to. And what are we doing? Good pass. Hey! But look what happens. Lopez has to pick up because he can pull up. He could do all of that. Drop pass. Bounce pass to Bruce. Lay up all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the ability is too much. And look what they doing here on offense. Oh, you just have to run to the paint. Look, you see how Bruce Brown goes over the screen? And you can see KD could gap. And because at the end of the day, Lopez and even Giannis, they could gap and shrink the floor because they can't shoot like that off of a contest. You see what I'm saying? And then you look slow. And even though he made a slow shot, it was contested. Can you live off Lopez making contested threes all day, every day? We have enough room to gap and shrink the floor and go back because they don't just hit contested like that in quick releases. Look, this hezzy walk signature, and then that's draw foul. My goodness, KD's hezzy. When he hezzies to the left is normally a pull up or a crossover. When he hezzies to the right, sometimes he crosses over, but he's gonna do the walking hezzy. Giannis, try to wait. Brooke. Try to run off it. Brooke, try to run off it. So talk about offense. Obviously, I guess he's trying to time in and whatever. See? Look right here. KD is shrinking the floor. Giannis, they shrinking the... And are you going to live with Giannis making contested mid-range all day, every day to kill you? We live and die by that. And then look, even Middleton right here posting up. But look, Blake could shrink and he could even double. KD could get away with shrinking because Giannis can't shoot. So you have two, Lopez and Giannis, both in the paint. And then look, everybody digs, gaps, goes back. You can't just run into the paint on offense. Oh, my God. Attack the paint. Attack the paint. Why is he settling? Because they're forcing you to settle. You can't just run into the paint. Look. And where you going, bro? See? Where are you going when a man is sagging off you like that? Like, it's like, I don't know what people are watching, man. What are we doing? Swing. That's gotta go. And look at the difference. Brooklyn's getting open shots, and the guys that are shooting contested are elite ability. So you want them to shoot the contested. Look. Can you live and die by that? People trying to act like Giannis was just killing in the paint. Those games he went off. He was scoring a lot of threes, which was an anomaly. Why you put him on to me? My goodness. What's wrong with this nigga? They're like, yeah, let him know, boy. Fuck I'm talking about, boy. Let him know. And they say Blake don't get up. Blake said my legs is feeling great. And then, oh my goodness, look right here with the long hop. My goodness. With the snatchback, where you going? And then the hezzy look like he's blown by and then pull up. Oh my God. That's why he's not even lateral. Boom. That's tough. Give him the stank face. Oh my goodness. My God, Joe. Ability. Bruh, every man killing Giannis. What the dog? Like, don't even compare. Like, bruh, look at this. See, every man there. And that's just a tough miss. That's a tough miss. And another one. Tough, bruh. All these shots are contested. Can you live with Middleton and Drew shot creating at that level? Or even Giannis? Can you? Look, contested. And yes, they might hit more at home and whatever, but these aren't open shots. Don't let the media lie to you. My goodness. Oh, you gotta use your right hand, Kai. He used his left hand. He's trying to showboat. And then look, bro. And then Brook contested. My goodness. Can you live with Brook? He said, give me another look. Can you live with that all day, every day? And then look, sag, bro. And then what? Travel, bro. Look at this, bro. You can't just run into the paint. Oh my God, Giannis just felt like he needs to settle. No, they're forcing him to settle. Stop capping. What are your eyes watching? Look, man, switch. Length with Katie with the hand up. You don't even try that. And then look, you try to break his chest, baby, but Giannis is in the paint. So even though you're trying to attack the paint, there's two mans in the paint. And then look, see? And then and then block right there on cue. That's what the Don do. Clacks, I see you. Kill him. And then mono a mono. Bro, with the hezzy walk and then spin fade. My God, man. Yo, this man is tough. Like, what are dog? It's cheers, it's babies, it's Gerber, you better serve her. What are y'all trying to compare Middleton and Drew's ability to Katie and Kyrie? This is why you're seeing killing even without Harden. What are y'all talking about, man? It's like, bruh, man's gonna learn today. They gonna learn today. And then look, see, look at this switchability, bruh. Look, switchability, look. And then only thing, offensive rebounds. Good try to contest, bruh. My goodness. That's what you have to live off, offensive rebounds. But can you score at an elite 110 point pace, 120 point pace with this? Can you live and die by this? And then we can live and die by this. See? That's the difference. That's the difference. Our island and your island ain't the same. Our island is well taken care of. Private jets, has it all the luxury. And then look, see, the paint is just clogged. The paint is clogged. There's nothing is there. See, Katie could gap and shrink and then even get back to Portis because he doesn't have a quick release and then contest in time. See what I'm saying, man, bro? This different. Shooting in the regular season and shooting in the, again, contested. And shooting in the playoffs is two different things, man. It's two different things. What are we doing here? And then look, see, even in the gap, Kyrie has a gap right here. You can pull up right there, but he's like, nah, I just want to get my guy involved. See, and then one dribble pull up. Mans don't have to score in the paint. Elite ability, we don't have to go into the paint one time to score. And then look at the attention he draws off his pull up. And then right here, Katie is going to be the same thing. See, his hezzy walk right there with the right. And then look, the attention he draws off of just the pull up. See, Giannis like, I can't leave it. He's ability. Now look, everyone's going to be wide open. Now it's like, oh my God, Middleton, Kyrie. Oh my God, he's open. Stop this. But nope, we have one more. Another shooter. Oh my God, stop this. You can't guard. Boom. You can't guard. You said I can have it. No, I'm not your average Joe. Come on, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, you stop them to ISO ability. You stop them. They have ball movement. They have screens ability. Look at where Clax is guarding Giannis, sagging off him. He's not even like sagging off him. And then look, see, you got to hit that. That's what you're going to rely off of. Forbes making contested pull-ups. And look right here. They actually have more movement even without Harden. Look at Harris and Shaman both trying to set the screen randomly. Harris is like, oh, my fault. You're there. My fault. Let me cut. Let me go away, move. And then look, Shaman going to set the screen. And because of the ability, look at this. The ability that Kyrie could possess off of the screen, he could pull and he could kill. So mans know that. You got to stunt for longer. And then look at Shaman. And look at even Clax. Clax is setting the back screen for Katie. Realizes that Shaman's going to get it. So now let me set a back screen for Shaman. One dribble pull up in the gap. Shaman is doing that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The ability from all of them is so elite. This is not just regular catch and shoot shooters. Shabbat and Harris can shoot off curls, shoot off dribble pull-ups, shoot off the back screen, off the flare, everything. And then look, see? And then look, contact, bro, cut off. Great defense, Kyrie. Bro, it's too elite. Elite. Oh my God, bro. Boom. Let me stop on the dime and give you 10 cents change, bro. What are you talking about, man? It's too elite. Giannis getting fried all over the place by every man. Every man. And then what are we doing here? See off the screen? You see? He reverses the screen, okay? But KD's there. He's playing drop. He doesn't even play drop that much now because Portis can pop. So he knows we're going to switch completely. Contested. You better. Boom. That's what you live off of? Drew hitting contested pull-ups over KD? I will live by that all day, every day. And stop on the dime, give you 2 cents change, bro. My goodness. Every man with the mean mug on Giannis, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. Man's will fry all day, every day. That's an island. Please don't fry him. He's got the rest of the playoffs to play. What are we doing? Look at this. Even Mike James has ability too. So like everyone just has ability. It's skill. It's skill. Look, you got to pick up because you know he can hit that and one dribble pull ability. My goodness. Kyrie, please don't fry me. That's what they thinking when they guard him. He said, my fault. And look at him. He's like, I should have made that last layup that I missed. But anyways, like, look at this. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, 17, and they match the Bucks at 17 by themselves. And then look, see? Bro, that's a great... Drew is tough. That's a great pull-up. But can you live and die by that to match? It's not about can you live and die by that. Can you live and die by that to match the other guy's version of that? No, you can't. See, look. All day, every... My God, man. Even I thought he was going to fade on that one. Up and under. I've been doing this since the Thunder. Come on now. What are y'all talking about? And then look, good hands, active hands. And then look, another active hands all day, every day. That's what they've been doing. They don't play great defense. They this and that. And all this cap logic, capology. My goodness, my apology. I'm too nice. I'm too nice. You gotta show it twice, man. What are we talking about? That's KD. Are you crazy? And then look right here, one-on-one ability. You set the screen. Oh, yeah, that's mismatch. You know it's gift wrap. And then they help, bro. Look at, bro. Dog. Y'all didn't even take in just what happened. Look at this. Drew knows he's so elite. He tries to strip. When you see a man try to strip a man at the top part of his gather, because he knows I'm not there for no contest. The contest, he don't see me. So I'm going to try and reach that high. He tried to reach that high. That's how you know, man. He's been that guy. Like, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. That 4K camera elite. What are we doing here? See? And then, bro, you got to make that. Look at active hands. And look at Giannis in the paint. Every man in the paint. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Every man in the paint. No space. And you can't just run into the paint in the playoffs. Oh, my God. Regular season, they killed him in the paint. Good pass. Oh, good fake. And look at this, bro. And look at this. They're frying without KD and Kyrie. KD and Kyrie aren't even on the court. You have Drew, you have Giannis, and you have Lopez. 3 of your main starters on the court. And oh my God, they're talking about, they don't get no minutes. They play too much minutes. They came in right now. Look at this. They came in right now. They were out the game for 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Right? And the score was 36-19. So that means it's a 9-6 run. It's a 9-6 run. So that means the minutes without KD and without Kyrie, they actually won those minutes in a 9-6 run when you had Giannis, when you had Drew, and you had Lopez on the court. People are trying to cap. Don't let media cap to you, man. They're trying to act like these guys just played all these minutes. They rested. They actually disrespected and put both of them on the bench at the same time because they don't rate you. No one rates you like that. No one rates you like that, and they still won those minutes. What are y'all, bro? Come on now. I love it, man. Man, media narratives getting exposed. All of that. Oh my God, Milwaukee. They're gonna shoot. Can Brooklyn defend? You heard, man. Can y'all defend Brooklyn? What are you talking about? Can we defend you when you have a liability? Like, what are y'all talking about? This is what I'm talking about, man. Mans get exposed. At the end of the day, it might not be the exact same thing in Milwaukee, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Look at this. KD guarding the post, but at the end of the day, they're trying to post the Brook. Oh, just go to the post. But Giannis is on the game. He's on the block too. It's not like it's open space. It's like it's just an island for him. Look, that's why Blake can help. Mans could get away. Kyrie could obviously drop the help too and box out. And you have to make these tough shots with every man in the paint. You have to. See what I'm saying? At the end of the day, can you live and die by that? That's why they have a low amount of points. Because yes, it's not like you're going to stop all of that. But the chances and the percentage and the efficiency you're going to have doing that is not high. And then dribble pull up. I'm that guy. Come on now. It's 2 different things. It's 2 different things. 2 different offenses. 2 different elite talent. Look at this. Man, sag off you. And you can't get to the paint when man's... Anyone could guard Giannis in a team defense if we're going to sag off you and you're trying to get to the paint. Look at this, bruh. Goodness. And look, this is how you have to score. Offensive rebound. Every man leaves. Oh, my fault. Would be because they just situational. Man just left. They didn't expect that. That's how you got to get a bucket. Can't make free throws. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the sagging. Look at the sagging. Look what Blake is doing. How is Blake just guarding Giannis? Attack him. You got to put your head down. How can you attack someone who's sagging off like this? And every man's shrinking the floor. How can you attack someone? Look where Blake is standing. Are y'all serious? Like, people, it's like, when you hear people talk, you're like, God damn, there's no IQ. You think you could just blow by someone who's sagging off? How could you blow by? Look at the space. Look at the space difference. A man's at the free throw line. And you know, in the NBA, when you guard the ball, you can actually stay in the paint. Blake could even go lower if he wants to. But he's just trying to at least touch his body when he shoots. Look at this, sagging off. Look at this. Man, they're setting screen. I go under that shit. That shit don't mean nothing. And then look, Mike digging, everybody digging. See, look, now you got a pass contested. Is that open? They said it was all open. They said they didn't play defense. That's open. I'm showing y'all shots. And look, transition is when he's going to kill. Giannis is going to kill in transition. You can't get your team set. Your defense ain't set. You're going to have a mismatch guarding you like you had Kyrie and Bruce or whatever trying to guard that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he spun. So, you know, look, that I'm telling y'all, man, it's different. It's different. It's two different things. And look at KD with the crossover and then drop and then bruh. My goodness, Blake said my legs are feeling great, but look what happened. It all came from KD. You see how he's setting the screen to the left and KD reverses crosses over from the screen with the hezzy and then look crossover and then look Bruce Brown reverses it a little bit and bumps him. So now Lopez has to step up because he knows KD can pull up from here and then now that open pocket pass and you even have Mike in the corner on the 45. But nope, now Giannis got to pick up because floater, Brown can make that and then chain reaction and then you better take that. Pause. He said, I got my bounce back. He said, I got my bounce back. He said, well, am I right? They said he can't jump no more. Come on now. It's a punching. Like it's a luncheon. Every man has a highlight on Giannis. Every man. Look at this. My goodness, man. And his head might not be at the rim no more, but still. And look at them. They're doing a dunk tally. Like, this is so disrespectful, man. Like, stop. Like, it's not all. The game ain't about dunks. Look at this right there. You see Kyrie, KD picks up off the screen. Look at this. Great hands. And then how he gets back. And then Lopez, you see how two mans are in the paint. See? That's why Blake can now gap. And even though Lopez is open in the paint or kind of was, look at the gap. Look how they shrink the floor. Look at this. Look at, because Giannis is in the paint, two mans are in the paint. Your paint isn't just open no more. It's not the same as regular season where mans aren't paying attention and not even trying. Look, contested. Can you live off Middleton shooting contested? He can hit these, yes. But is it potent enough? It's not like you can live off KD and Kyrie shooting contested. You can't live off Middleton and Drew shooting contested. Look at this. My good. Boom. That's what I'm trying to. It's two different things. Me and you are not the same. I am a Martian. Tell him, Weezy. I'm wheezing too. Bro, we're not the same. It's not like it's two different things, three different things, five different things. We ain't the same, man. Like, it's difference to this. Look, go over the screen, see? And then look at Blake just sagging and then reach. You reach, you teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, the paint is padded. It's not like it's just open. The paint is padded. Look at their offense. Kyrie moving, not there. Mobility. See, Blake, he was already cutting before KD got it. And KD's like, you should have stayed corner, fam. I had you. And there's miscommunication there. But look at the attention people draw. I went from time. I just tried to take off. Nobody was there. Hey, Joe, you got Middleton. I haven't seen him. Probably saying I haven't seen him do nothing but a curl. You know what I'm saying? So, now you see Joe's on Middleton. See, the same thing, obviously. And then now they're going to the post with Joe on him, okay? You got to kill. See, they could gap. They could gap because Giannis can't shoot. The paint is not just open like that. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all and show y'all something, man. Look, see, switch. Now they switch because it's Lopez, see? And then, look, ability. You got to make those, Middleton. It's going to come down to you and Drew making tough shot creating shots. Like, how are mans watching this and saying, oh, the Nets weren't playing defense. They just miss open shots. I didn't think they're going to shoot that bad. Cap. Straight cap. New era cap. And show them I'm like that. Good pass, boy. Boom. My goodness, man. Mike, it's like I was riding a bike. Straight from Russia, boy. That's Game Boy, no Nintendo. I hope y'all paid attention and really looked and saw what what I showed, because the media will lie to you. The media will, because you gotta understand, media and fans, a lot of them don't really just assess the game and talk. They do it when, obviously they don't really have any biases at play or any hidden agendas. But a lot of the time they have hidden agendas. They love who they love and they're biased to who they're biased. So then they're going to say things that don't even make sense. They're going to lie to themselves and do whatever they're going to do to make themselves believe that this outcome or whatever they think because of this who they like versus this player or the player who they hate, they want the other team to win or whatever. So they're going to lie and do all these cap things in order to make it seem like it's truthful. So now everyone believes this cap and believes all these lies and all these facades that ain't really true, the smoke and mirrors. And then it always gets debunked. Every postseason, you always see some type of Fugazi narrative get exposed. Always. It's been like this with Giannis. He's been getting exposed. And every year, how did they get debunked? Or how do they feel like it's smoke and mirrors, or how it gets changed is because MVP, team regular season doing great, and then people got fooled by, when DeAndre was guarding him. And even then, even if DeAndre was guarding him now, it wouldn't be the same thing. But anyways, people got fooled by Giannis killing at home versus in that home-to-home series, that they believed that, oh my God, Giannis just has to attack the paint. Giannis was attacking the paint a little bit because one transition, but because he was hitting a 1-2 shot, a lot of shots actually, now DeAndre had to play tighter, and that's when he got the blow by. But it wasn't like, that's what I was saying. It was not like he was just killing in the paint, and that's the reason why they can't stop Giannis. He was hitting bare perimeter jump shots, which is why you saw him say, I want to be like you, to KD, because he was trying to fry. They sag off him, and he's going to kill. He's going to kill by shooting shots. But is that something you could live and die by? In the playoffs, like regular season shooting and playoff shooting is completely different, not just because the game slows down, but because the pressure that's at hand. Right? When there's really pressure attached to some things, like that's why an open jump shot in the regular season is different than an open jump shot in the playoffs, because there's pressure attached to it. Now, the guys who overcome that pressure and can still make the shots with that playoff pressure, every bucket is magnified, every point is magnified. There's a magnifying glass on every single situation in the playoffs. The ones who can, absolve that pressure and come through with that pressure is the ones who literally the ability or whatever you're asking them to do, like that open shot, is really what they do. Which means pressure is not going to waver them because it's really who I am. Like, I'm a bucket getter, or I'm a sniper. What I'm asked to do with this shot right here is normal for me. It's ice in my veins. It's literally like, it's not like I have to think about it. It's normal. It's regular. It's regular. So, when you're someone who can't really shoot, so when you see him shoot shots that are great or hit shots at a potent level in a regular season matchup when there's no pressure behind these shots because it's a regular season matchup, it's different when now you're telling the guy who's not really a shooter to now shoot, and not only shoot with that same pressure now. With different pressure now. That's when you see guys get exposed because it's not really them. It's not who they are at their core. They're trying to be that. It's not who they really are because he's not a shooter. So that's the difference. That's why I always say the shots you see man's make in the regular season is different than the playoffs. The ones who make it in the playoffs and show that ability, that's why they're so different, because they make difficult shots look easy because they're that much different with a heightened pressure. That's God tier ability. That's a perfection in terms of a hooper's eyes. Perfection is doing that with pressure and ability in the highest moments. You know what I mean? And that's what I say is like, can you really trust Middleton and Drew? Because I really, Giannis, even if he gets 30, it's not like you can win games even with Giannis scoring 50, because what the key to the Bucks is when the shooters and everyone else is snapping. That's why you've seen a lot of the times, even in regular season, when Giannis scores 20 and scores 15 and scores 30, they win a lot of those games and it's blowout because the shooters are snapping and the floodgates are open. But when he's shooting and he's scoring 40 or he's scoring 50, a lot of those times those are close games, and sometimes they lose those games. And you look at, Middleton struggled, or this person. The blueprint is let Giannis go off, or let him try to go off. And a lot of the times, if you have to pick and choose him in the process of trying to go off by sagging off of him, he's going to miss a lot of it. And the chances he goes off is more slim. But if he does go off, it's twos. It's not a lot of threes. And even if it is, we don't overreact. At the end of the day, stop the other guys, right? Force them to take contested shots and tough shots. Can you live and die by that? You can't. Their ability is not the same level as KD and Kyrie, even without Harden. Like, you're getting bodied and slapped without Harden. I didn't say it's a better team without Harden, but they do have better movement. But you already know their best version of them is obviously with Harden. You already know who Harden really is. But at the end of the day, like, you can't just, a lot of these narratives have been debunked. You've seen the defense narrative be debunked. You've seen, KD and Kyrie can't play and whatever, can't carry or can't do this, and they need Harden. Like that shit is debunked. Not saying they don't need, but to the level that they put it, it had some disrespectful connotation behind it, trying to act like KD and Kyrie aren't these guys and that it's only Harden and he's the main one, and then now those guys come together when it's him. And they use regular season stats to back that up, which I always say you can't do that if you really know. But anyways, that has been debunked. You already know. And it's not like I didn't say they're going to sweep them, but you heard me say, I have the Nets in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's done in 5 or 4. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I even said there's something in me that is telling me that it's about to be destruction. But I even said, you know what? I'm going to allow it. Because at the end of the day, we do have the last footage of them killing at home. So if they do somehow kill at home, they can maybe get 2 games. They can maybe get one game. Just like you've seen with the Celtics. You better kill. Tatum better get 50 off ability. There is a potential that could happen. So I won't just outright say a sweep unless it's clearly outmatched. You have a great team that it could be, you know what I mean? It's just, this team is so potent that's why I was going to say 5. But I said, you know what? I'm going to give Milwaukee the benefit of the doubt because I did see some good things with the Heat. So I give them 6. But I said verbatim, something is telling me it's about to be a rude awakening. It's about to be some slappage going on. I wouldn't be surprised if it's done in 5 or 4. And now this is what you're seeing. Now, again, they still have to go home, and I like the attention to detail that Katie and Kyrie is doing and the whole team in general, where they're just like, you know what? They hit shots at home. The ones we lost were at their house. They never beat us at our house, clearly. But the shots they hit, the shots that are contested, they can hit at home. You see role players play better at home. People play better at home in general. So, you know, it could still be a potential for them to just go ahead and protect their home court and win 2 straight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're not taking them for granted. They're not like, oh, these mans are weak, even though they might think in their mind these mans are weak, but they're keeping them honest. They're actually, you know, doing right by the game and treating your opponent with respect. And that's when you can come out and slapping them. So honestly, if they don't win this game, if it's the same thing I see where it's contested shots, like, they're not winning. Like, this could be a sweep. You're not unless it's a miraculous game where you're hitting all contested shots at a potent level. Like, people don't understand how different the Nets are. 50-50, 90 as a team, 50-45, 90 as a team. Got KD doing 50, 55 or whatever it is, 90 by himself. Like, come on, like, y'all have to understand, like, and what, 90% on his contested shots? 90% of his shots has been contested, and look what he's doing. Like, come on now. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. And people, like, they're in for a rude awakening. I've been trying to preach this and tell people this all year long. The ability is different ability. It's not one-fold. It's not one-dimensional. It's not 3-dimensional. It's like 10-dimensional ability. Like, the ability is reckless with this team. With just KD and Kyrie alone, there's nothing they can't do offensively. In terms of, like, when we break down the type of shots you take, because this is the reason why you don't see certain guys pull off of curls. You don't see guys pull going left. You don't see guys pull going right. You see them pull certain ways that benefit them or what they're comfortable doing. But when you can pull it every which way, you could pull with any type of arsenal, any type of ability. You could post up. You could score in the paint. You could have finesse shots in the paint. You could floater. You could do left shoulder, right shoulder, shimmies, half spins. You know what I'm saying? Step backs, side steps. You know what I mean? Right to the step back, wrong side step back, wrong foot lay, same foot lay, same foot floater, wrong foot jump shot. Like, you add it all. Set shots, catch and shoot, off the curl, off the gap, off the flare, pull ups, left and right, straight pull ups. Like, these are all different releases that I'm naming. That's why I'm going down the list. And you'll see, like, people get exposed because the game plan is, we know he don't pull going left. We don't have that. Force him left. That's why you'll see guys kind of just dribbling and just waste opportunities. Like, this is deep level thinking of the game. You have to know these things or try to do these things to actually know what I'm talking about. And this is what don't get talked about a lot. It doesn't get talked about a lot. And this is why you see, and this is little things like Shaman and Harris, like the ability to pull off of curls and pull go each and right. You know, like, bruh. That's why I say they're Golden State on steroids, because before Golden State only had Clay that does that and Steph that does that. Before KD even got there, you had 2 mans that do the Harrison Shaman ability and whatever. And then everybody else is just catch and shoot. And so you have a system that, you know, accelerates the Clay and Steph, but everybody else is dependent on them, and then they get it, right? And the movement. But now you add, this is why I say it's on steroids, you add KD, then they had the Steph and the Clay dynamic, but then KD was the only one that was mainly killing off straight ISOs and had that elite tier ability off of ISOs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you look at it from that perspective, now you add Brooklyn. Brooklyn has 3 versions of KD. What I mean by that is 3 guys who are the best in the world at ISO ability. You have Kyrie, KD, and Harden. Golden State only had KD. Now you have 3 of those on one team. Then now they have 2 versions of the Steph and Clay ability. They have basically 4 versions of that. KD could do the Steph and Clay ability off the screens and all of that. Shaman could do that. Harris could do that. And Kyrie could do that. That's 4 mans that could do that. Which is why you could see nonstop handoff curls. It's like, it doesn't matter who it is. It could, you know, before with Golden State, you just play tight on those, do the box and one on those guys, those 2 guys, and then no one else is doing that. You have 4 mans, and sometimes they're on the court together that could do that. which one do we pick? Like, it's that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand, man. And then you add the fact that now everybody could shoot. You have spacing, and that's why the Blake eats off of them. The Jeff Green eats off of them, right? Off the pick, the slip. The Bruce Brown doesn't even have to shoot. He can literally be there and basically play the center role, because mans don't need to just go to the paint to score. He could play his main way. Everyone's in their strengths. Nobody's playing as a weakness. Everybody's playing in their strength. As opposed to on different teams, Bruce Brown, like with Detroit, because there's Drummond there, there's other guys who are limited, who need the paint first. Bruce Brown has to space out and be a shooter, and he looks fugazi. This is what I'm talking about. So that's why off-ball skill set, all these skill sets matter, and they're so important in terms of having team success at its utmost high, its best version of that team. This is why you see Brooklyn maximize and get to this best version of their team offensively. All they need to do is block in defensively and get stops, which everyone does in playoff time anyways, and then look what you see. Blowouts all over the place. So, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mean to make this a long video, but like, people are in for a rude awakening. I've been trying to tell people this and just trying to, because I see just the cap in the narratives. I see just the media capping, and I try to tell people this from the dawn of time. But, you know, at the end of the day, people are going to pick and choose what they want to listen to, and they're going to say, oh, you love Katie and Kyrie, you love Harden, so you're biased. It's not about bias. I'm different. I'm not like other guys that they love who they love in terms of a player, and then because of that, now they now is, oh, I love the game because you love these guys, and now you love certain parts of the game because you love a player, so now you're going to cap because you love a player first, and everything else is second. That's not me. I love the game first. So that's why you see who I love in terms of a player is because I love the game. So because I love the game tells me who to like, because I love the game, I love the ability, I love all these things that are necessities. So if you have this component in terms of the game, I'm going to, like, you know what I mean? The game teaches me who I need to love. And that's why you see the KD, the Kyries, all these guys are way under appreciated. They're not rated properly. They're way under bruh. Oh, and then you see guys who actually are rated high, they're overboosted. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of guys are overboosted. Then you see the cap. You see it get exposed. These guys, the KD, the Kyrie, these are guys that should be accelerated. The Dames, all these guys should be accelerated and should be the focal point of what elite looks like in terms of the NBA. But, you know, even Kawhi, etc. But, you know, they have what they have, and they have their hidden agenda. So like I said, that's my motto. I don't love a player first. I love the game, which tells me what player to love. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So you already know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all. At the end of the day, it's True Talks, because True Talk. Share, like, and subscribe. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. I appreciate y'all, man. We got the Clippers game 1 coming as well. So stay tuned and locked in for that. We locked in playoff time. You know, we're going to talk about more, and it never ends. You know what I'm saying? It never ends. So I appreciate y'all. Again, spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. You already know. And I'm out, man.